Hey, I'm Mana. I'm a PhD student and I'm studying Samoan archaeology at the University of Auckland. I'm interested in understanding Samoan social change over time, like changes in the chiefly system, how that's transformed through time, and what sort of archaeological evidence there is for that kind of transformation. My research in particular is looking at how agriculture can tell us about changes in social organisation, specifically within the last 500 years or so, before and after the arrival of Europeans in Samoa in the 1700s. As part of a larger research project, we're looking at the archaeology in places that were once occupied but are now just bush or forest. No one's been there for a long time. Signs of past occupation include things like stone walls, mounds, platforms, houses, and old villages. Some really interesting features are the agricultural drains, which are about 12 metres wide in places, stone walls that can be almost 3 metres high, and massive ovens for cooking. This type of oven is found across Polynesia, and they were used for almost 1,000 years and were possibly still in use in Samoa until the 1950s. There weren't people living in those areas when Europeans started taking records, so we're trying to understand how those things, which indicate that people were living in different village patterns and social organisation, how they've changed over time. As well as archaeological fieldwork, we look through historical records, ethnographic histories, and that kind of stuff to help understand what Samoa was like after Europeans arrived. We think the population of Samoa would have been much larger in the past, before the arrival of Europeans. Things like disease, probably influenza, might have had a big impact when Europeans arrived in the area. There's not much recorded about that though. No explicit mentions based on the ethnographic materials, but based on the amount of archaeology we're seeing, there must have been a lot more people in the past. Our field site is about 40 minutes outside of town. It's a big valley with two different geological formations. It's the only place in Samoa that has that kind of wide open, gently sloping catchment leading up into the steep mountains. So geographically, it's a unique setting within the island group. We usually go out into the field for about 4 to 6 weeks at a time. While we're there, it's important to engage with the local villagers in the valley, both to speak to them about what we're doing and to ask questions. We're interested in collaborating with locals to build Indigenous and archaeological knowledge. So, are there any references to certain types of plants, landscapes, landscape features, or place names tied to doing agriculture in the past that are still retained in living memory? This type of knowledge is going to help contribute to our understanding of population and societal changes in Polynesia in the past, particularly from the settlement of Samoa, moving east into East Polynesia, and down into New Zealand through to contemporary times.